personal change program. So you didn't need to finish it. You just need to tell us a little bit about your personal change in this semester. Whatever, just small step is enough. I mean, if you are sad this semester because you are suffering for some bad things, but if you can make a small change, then it's okay.
OK 吗？
So at the end of the course, we need I want you to share a little bit about your personal change program, which we already announced at the beginning of the semester. And today we are going to carry on the curriculum. Last week we talked about the archetype. Actually, I prefer the simple version archetype because Pearson also also published another book which include 12 archetype, which is more common if you visit a website. But for me, it's quite complicated to have 12 archetype, and it's almost impossible to introduce students 12 archetype in 2 hours. So I prefer the simple the better. I prefer 6 archetype, but I consider that some of you may want to um, decide some video program or advertisement. So probably 12 archetype will help you also. Or sometimes if you want to help students to create a drama and have a drama show in your community, then probably you need 12 archetype. So today we also introduce you the 12 archetype. And all of the archetype you can find in this book. This book was published just 2 years ago, 2021. So it's quite new, and you can choose which way you like. Then I also need you to do a psychological test again to make sure which archetype you are. So you can check the website on the PowerPoint, then to see your archetype. I will check the website. You can check the website to see which archetype you are. So I put the website here, and it's an English website. You can enter it and check each item, then you got your report. So how about just take few minutes to fill the questionnaire? And finally, please, do you want to share your archetypes? If you finish, if it's possible, just tell us what archetype you are. This is a new version because it contains 12 archetypes. So you can see which archetype you are. And we have a questionnaire in the live group. If you want to use it in your future career, you can also use the paper format. If you finish, please raise your hand so that I will know we can move on. And by the way, do you have any problem about the personal change program? For example, I make a progress to get up early this semester. And I think it's also a very great thing for me to enjoy the morning time. So it it can be a very small things, but you can find the significant meaning in your life. If you finish, please raise your hand. Okay. So let's wait for 1 more minute.
Sorcerer, 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 serendipity, serendipity, synchronicity, synchronicity, charismatic,
revel,
protagonist, virtue, sensual, Andromeda, hallucinogenic,
Okay, let's I will ask you later. So, how about I just go through some basic part that we have last week. Last week we talked about archetype. Archetype um, is actually a form that appear many times, appear for a long time in our culture. They are universal patterns, and they are part of our collective unconscious. Swiss characteristic Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, he indicates that these archetypes are archaic forms of innate human knowledge passed down from our ancestors. These archetypes represent universal patterns and images that are part of our collective unconscious. Jung believes that we inherit these archetypes much in a way we inherit instinctive pattern of behavior. Jung believes that each archetype plays a role in personality, but left that most people were dominated by one specific archetype. According to Jung, the actual way in which an archetype is expressed or realized depends upon a number of factors, including an individual's culture, influence, and uniquely personal experience. The, ex- the existence of these archetypes cannot be observed directly, but can be inferred by looking at religion, dreams, art, and literature. An archetype is a unique type of symbol. It's a kind of super symbol that can take a number of forms, an abstract idea or a single entity, such as a circle or a whale, or a figure such as a hero or a heroine. It can be a pattern of behavior, such as a quest or an initiation ritual, or a scene, such as death and rebirth, or even a number like 4 can represent 4 corners of the earth. However, all the most powerful ideas in history go back to archetypes. The collective unconscious is a unique component in Jung's in Jung's psychology. He believed that this part of psyche serves as a form of psychology inherence. It contains all of the knowledge and experience that humans share as a species. Archetypes organize how we experience certain things. There are four major Jungian archetypes. The first one is the self, which represents the positive aspect of our personality. The shadow represents the dark side of our personality. Sometimes we also wear a mask when we are in a social relationship. For example, if I'm a mother, I wear a mother's mask so that I look like a mother. If I'm a teacher, I wear on a teacher mask so that I look professional. If you are a son or a student, you wear on your mask so that your social life goes smooth. Moreover, we also wear on uh, a mask which represent your sex or gender. That will be animus and anima. Animus means your uh, masculine aspect of your personality. If you are female, uh, probably you will show your animus. Your animus represent your feminine aspect of your personality. So if you like wear dress, you look like put something on your hair. Maybe that part is about your animus, which is your feminine part. But all of us with these four archetypes, we all have a positive aspect of our personality and dark aspect of our personality. We all wear some kind of mask in our social life, and are uh, we are a person with sex. So at least with some kind of sex concern, because we should behave like what we should look like, what people expect we to behave. So these four archetypes are major archetype Jung indicate, and which influence our life a lot. But in this lesson, we only talk about the shadow. The shadow archetype is one of the four archetypes which influence our social life, our personal life a lot. And in this book, we talk about the shadow part and call it a dragon. This is actually mean the shadow archetype of our personality. I think all of us have some kind of shadow. The shadow consists of sex and life instincts, which is a little bit like our animal base of our psyche. It is also part of the unconscious mind. It represents our darkest desire, our shortcomings, our untapped resources, or even rejected qualities, our greatest fear, and our phobias. However, the shadow is a Jungian archetype that consists of sex and life instincts. So it can be very weird, very strange. Maybe you don't dislike it naturally, but it represents our weakness, our desire, our instincts, and our shortcomings. But however, we can I think personally, I think when I see our children playing Pokemon, I think we can consider our dragon as our Pokemon. Last week we talked about some people will consider to kill their dragon, slay their dragon. But however, in my opinion, I think we can consider the dragon as the Pokemon pet. So when children play Pokemon, they want to tame the Pokemon, catch it and train their Pokemon. Then the Pokemon become part of their resources. In my opinion, I think you didn't really need to kill your dragon. In a way, in another way, maybe you can consider to coexist with your shadow, your dragon, and tame it, catch it, train it, and turn it into your resources. Uh, if it is possible, your dragon will evolve. No, your Pokemon will evolve. Then this is the evolved version Pokemon. My children asked me to end this picture, which is Pokemon Ball. He told me, if you want to catch and train your Pokemon, you will need some Pokemon Ball. I think some Pokemon they have different name, and I even didn't know their function. But probably you know it. Probably your kids in school know it. Some of them are cherished ball. You can love your Pokemon, then your Pokemon will become cute, probably. So, uh, if we have some skill, then we can tame our Pokemon. So, in Western culture, there are some stories about slaying dragons. A hero slay a dragon and save other people. But however, in psychology, I believe it is not the best way to slay your dragon, to kill your dragon, because you may mm, love it. Sometimes your dragon look very terrible, very scary. But if you love it, it can be a very cute pet. Maybe it is a small dragon. It can be very cute, like a baby dragon. Then if your dragon is very small and very cute, you probably can teach him, train it, and make it under your control. Then you can become a girl with dragon. It's also okay because if your dragon is under control, then I think it's okay to have to coexist with your dragon, uh, or a dragon or a boy with a dragon. And last week we talked about there is a cycle of the six archetype. At the beginning, you are an innocent. Innocence means you are a child. Then you become an orphan because you lose your parents, you lose your paradise, you fall down to the earth. Then you are an orphan. You lose your lovely parents. You are alone in this unsecure, dangerous world. You feel disappointed to your government, to your parents, to other people. How the world can be so ugly. This is actually a dog eat dog world. But however, you need survive in this situation. Then you will become wanderer, warrior, or martyr. Uh, Wanderer is a person who always traveling, who always searching for his identity, his purpose. He is thinking his personal life problems alone and leave other people to keep to make sure that he have a complete identity. He can be himself. Or if you are a warrior, you are fighting. You are fighting for, you are defense. You are fighting for protect yourself or protect your loved ones. If you are a martyr, you probably will be a warrior too. Uh, Sometimes you become martyr because you will sacrifice. Martyr kills themselves for other things or other people. So you may sacrifice yourself to protect other people or for other people's good. Then if you survive, then you will go to another stage, which is magician. Magician is some kind of person like wizard, like who know a lot about magics. So he know how to transform things, uh, make things to get improved. Then after this stage, you become innocent. You become like a child again. It's kind of represent your life cycle, your lifespan. Okay, each type has their characteristics. So you can check your characteristics in this slide. This week we we feel another psychological text, which is a new version of Pearson's archetype text. Then compared to last week, if you find your archetype already last week, now you can see a new archetype, but they are similar. Pearson just expanded some archetype, especially probably wandering to magician, because wandering can be a very long journey. So he separated it into many different categories. So we got some new archetype this week. They are lover, outlaws, or revolutionary, creator, ruler, jester, foe, sage. How about tell us what is your archetype? So could I invite you to tell us your archetypes? Then we can go into next slide. Uh, so can you tell us, share with us your archetype? Or if you didn't convenient, if it is impossible to use microphone, you can send it on Line group or on Messenger. Oh, me too. Magician. Last week I am magician, but this week I am creator. Jiarong,
I,
do you
I
please?
was magician last week. I too was magician last week.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And this week, I think it changed a lot, and you will find some more interesting thing. Alona, what is your archetype?
My archetype is destroyer when I do this test. I don't know.
It's also a very interesting archetype. Mm. Xinyu, do you finish your test? What is
Yes.
what is your archetype?
Um,
or you may want to type it in the messenger.
应该是later，later，
Majection. Oh, martyr.
Oh,
Martyr. Okay, or caregiver, martyr or caregiver. Okay. And Jaro, what's your archetype? Jaro, what's your archetype? Or you want to tell us by messenger? Please.
I write at the messenger
Which one?
in the group, in the meeting group, Google meeting group. Okay, the last time I am the no,
last
I
week
am
you
a
are
social
wanderer. Yes. And what's
and
your
this time
archetype this week?
this week I am a Sage, SAGE.
Sage. SAGE.
Yes.
Wow. It's interesting. Thank you a lot. If you want to use this archetype in your advertisement design or program design, video program design, you can target your audience and then consumers, then design advertisement that suits for them. So you can see a lot of example about how to design advertisement for ruler, for caregiver, for innocent. So probably you can see some example online if you do some Google search. Let's see the shadow of each archetype. If you are an innocent, your archetype is abandonment. If you are an orphan or realist, your fear is about being used, being treated unfair, exploitation. If you are a warrior, if you are a hero, then your archetype will be your fear will be about weakness. If you are a martyr or caregiver, your archetype is about selfishness. If you are a seeker, wanderer, or explorer, your archetype, your fear is about conformity. If you are a lover, your shadow is about loss of love. If you are a outlaw destroyer or revolutionary, your fear is about complete destruction. If you are a creator, I'm a creator this time. My shadow is about being not real in a sense, in a sensitivity. If you are a ruler, your fear is about chaos. If you are a jester of fall, your fear is about lifelessness. If you are a sage, your fear is about deception, which means you fear that what you learn is not true. You learn a useless knowledge, or you just didn't know the truth. If you are a magician, your fear is about evil sorcery, which means dark magic, become a dark magic. a part of dark magic. But however, if you want to teach your children, there are some other aspects you can discuss with them. For example, you also can discuss with children about their gift or their virtue. But in this week, we didn't talk about the gift of each archetype. But however, each archetype have their special gift. For example, magician have his personal power, transformative, catalytic, and healing power. So each archetype have their special gifts, which they can use in their future. Or if you work with teenagers, you can actually focus on their goal. Each archetypes have their personal goal. You can consider it, think about it. But however, today we focus on the shadow part of each archetype. So in these 12 items, which shadow do you must reject? So tell me about it by messenger or face to face. If you would like to tell us more, you can tell us by video, by camera. Also, you can also download the PowerPoint in Live group. So if you didn't see your shadow part, so do you consider you reject your shadow? Which is your shadow? For me, I'm a creator, so my shadow is about fear that all endeavor are an illusion. So does this sentence make sense for you? I want to hear your opinion. I think for me, I'm not really fear that, but it could be a dangerous things for me. So I want to hear your response. Oh, maybe later. You can consider it a little bit later. So let's move to another question. I want to invite you to let's listen. We talk about the shadow part of each archetype, but I think this is quite difficult to answer. But this week, after a week, probably you feel more better to consider it. So please tell me one of these questions. Mm. In what way can you make change that related to this archetype? Or do you consider they are true? These shadows are true for you or not? Whether the hero's journey related to you. So I want to invite your response, please. Okay, 嘉荣，Rong's archetype is sage. Please.
I'm not sure how the question is. The slide and question one.
Yes, please. Okay, I see your response. I think they are, this archetype just offer us an opportunity to think about our shadow, our fear of life, our purpose of life. But it's not necessarily the answer of your life, but we can think about that and we can make some change about our life if we consider more about the hero's journal. Please.
Professor Xie, I try my best because I'm having sore throat. So, for to answer your previous question is you're asking about how's my last week. I'm a magician. Actually, I like peace, and that's why I want to change my career from be a travel agent. I mean tour guide, then change to a preschool teacher because I like the innocence of the children. So I don't want the mess from the adults. So I choose to change career from the travel agent industry to the preschool industry. So this is what I think of. I'm not sure whether I answered it correct or not. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All of the answer are correct. Yeah, there is no wrong answer here. So thank you for Feng Yi. And I see some students response to me by messenger. Next section, we are going to think about symbols, icons, or slogans. Sometimes we can see some symbol or icon or slogans in our daily life. For example, we can see a siren picture, which is a slogan or symbol for a coffee. Sometimes we can see this G, big G, colorful G, but it represents a internet service company. If we see this word, it is a Chinese word, uh, which means the dinner time. But if we see this symbol, it's actually same word, but it's also a symbol of alcohol. It looks like an alcohol because it represents a bottle. There are some liquid inside, and there is a cover on the top of the bottle. So symbol can communicate our intentions. Symbol is not meaningful in themselves, but they can carry meaning for a given society by their common usage and intentions. They no more just signify the object to which they refer. Sometimes we can see a symbol, we can see the first picture represents the cleanliness and purity, but it's a picture of water. The second picture actually is Andromeda galaxy, galaxy, but it's not the galaxy we live. It actually a galaxy next to our galaxy. If you see the picture of Taipei 101, it signifies Taiwan. If you see this circle and two black two black dot and a line, then it represents a smile face. It is a very famous, a very common use symbol in our daily life. We can see a lot of t-shirt with this smile. So probably Few minutes later, I will ask everybody to provide a sentence that reflects the idea typically expressed by that archetypes. First of all, we will talk about projection, which we just spent a few minutes to describe it last week. The goal of projection is transformation, and their fear is about evil sorcery. Their dragon is about transform it. Their response to job is about align themselves with cosmos. Their gifts are personal power, transformative, catalytic, catalytics, healing power, but their pitfalls are manipulation of others, disconnection with the reality. Their addictive quality is about dishonesty. Projection individuals are most fulfilled when they can see a vision realized, naturally intuitive, insightful, and inspiring. They are able to perceive and appreciate multiple perspectives and motive others to believe that anything is possible. They are usually excited and challenging in times of great transformation and turmoil. The magician archetypes search out the fundamental laws of science or metaphysics to understand how to transform situations, influence people, and make visions into reality. If the magician can overcome the temptation to use power manipulatively, it will end energy into the situation and do something good for other people. The magician's quest is not to do magic, but to transform or change something or someone in some way. The magician has significant power and as such may be feared. They may also fear themselves and their potential to do harm. Perhaps their ultimate goal is to transform themselves, achieving a higher plane of exist. He or she can be a catalyst or change agent. He can see opportunities for change or provides impetus for innovative transformation. He can be an individual. He can see the possibility or develop a clean vision of the future. He can affect individual or group healing. He can use his hunch, his synchronicity, which is a special term to set a course for everyone. He can have a talent for unexpected results. Some famous magicians are Jobs or actually a lot. Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings. Or sometimes you can see some Dorian priest in cartoon or in comics. There also can be magician figures. There is a symbol about magician, which is yin and yang fish. In this picture, I actually like this picture. You can see two fish, one black, one white, but the key points are their eyes. In the dark black fish, you can see light in its eyes. In the white fish, you can see darkness in its eyes. So it's become a circle, and it is a very famous symbol for Taoism. This is also a picture for Taoism, but actually there is only one color on the picture. It represents that yin and yang were tringled. They coexist. You cannot only accept one of them actually. So there are some further issues for magicians. They are true magicians, biological shadows. You can see a white man in the picture and a black man in the picture. They hold with each other. They hug with each other. With the power to create the world also comes its upside, the ability to manipulate and destroy them. The magician is the most powerful archetype according to the theories of Carl Jung. They are kind of person who promote the advancement of the world thanks to their knowledge and ability to advise and guide others, also known as the visionary, catalyst, charismatic leaders, medicine man, healer, and inventor. The magician is the archetype that seeks transformation and a deep connection to the cosmos, whatever their definition of that might be. So, in your culture, do you have some kind of person like magician? Actually, some doctors use herb to heal people in Taiwan, and they are a little bit like magician. A magician can create a lot of things, can improve a great improvement, progress in the society. The magician archetype is one of the most interesting figures in Carl Jung's psychology. This archetype represents thought, science, transformation, inspiration, and innovation. Some famous people who exhibit this archetype, such as Albert Einstein or Nikola Tesla, Elon Musk, and Steve Jobs, engineers and scientists who promote or still promotes the advancement of our society. Magicians are actually the most remarkable personality on the archetype scale. They are associated with the intellect, but it's a dynamic, active, and transformative intellect. They are flexible actually. These people might be involved in physics, economics, psychology, engineering, or medicine. They make the world evolve and heal, and they rise up as inspiring beings. The practice of magic consists of making what is not understandable in an incomprehensible manner. So this is the viewpoint of Carl Jung about magician. Intuition gives outlook and insight. It reveals in the garden of magical possibilities as if they were real. Actually, we are all humans. We live we are half above the water, half underwater, and must maintain balance, or else we will sink into the water. So, part of our life is conscious, part of our life is unconscious, and we need maintain balance between these two. We need understand our positive side and our shadow, then we can live in a balance. This is also a picture that I like very much. Uh, when you see the picture, you see the light enter a space, but when light enters, darkness follows. So it's almost impossible to only accept the light in the picture. When the light enter the space, you will see the darkness in the same space. They coexist and they come always together. What do magician archetypes do? Actually, this is typical of the hero's journal, where the magician will be the one to tell the hero about the new quest and push them to leave their normal for their journey. Like the previous role, a magician can also act as a mentor to the leading roles to the protagonist, which is the main character in the drama, since they are likely the most knowledgeable and powerful character in the story. It is fitting for them to be one who mentors the hero. Keep in mind that a magician mentor was act very differently than a sage mentor, another archetype. Because magicians are all about power, their thirst, their thirst for more can drive them to become worthy villains. So they can be a villain too in the drama or in your advertisement design. And you can see some magician in some video. Actually, it's very common to see magician in movies or something else.
I cannot hear sound.
I got it. Sorry.
I am the architect. I created the matrix. Waiting. You have many questions, and though the process has altered your consciousness, you remain irrevocably. Here goes some of my answers you will understand, and some of them you won't. Concordantly, while your first question may be most pertinent, you may or may not realize it is also the most irrelevant. Why am I here? Your life is the sum of the remainder of an unbalanced equation inherent to the program. You are the eventuality of an anomaly which, despite my sincerest efforts, I have been unable to eliminate what is otherwise a harmony of mathematical precision. While it remains a burden assiduously avoided, it is not unexpected and thus not beyond the measure of control, which has led you inexorably here. You haven't answered the question. Interesting. That was quicker than the others. How many? The matrix is older than you know. I prefer counting from the emergence of one integral anomaly to the emergence of the next, in which case this is the sixth version. 5 months. 2 possible explanations 5 months before. When no one told me. When no one knows. Precisely. As you are undoubtedly gathering, the anomaly is systemic, creating fluctuations in even the most simplistic equations. Choice. The problem is choice.
Okay, so all of us are like heroes walking in darkness, but there is a light in front of us. So the creator of the matrix is a kind of magician who creates the whole world. But in this part, it's the shadow of the magician who is unattached. He creates the world but with no love. So this is a negative part of magician. There is some issue of the magician because a magician need embrace his shadow because there are always two sides, positive side and negative side. The positive self and shadow comes with it. For me, it's better to not kill the dragon, but for me personally, because you can love it, you can accept it, or turn it into under control, then it also okay. If it is not out of control, it should supposed to be okay to exist on the earth, although you dislike it. Okay, think about this advertisement. Advertisement. If you want to design this advertisement, what you will put on, you can put on a slogan on the advertisement. For this picture, the author put a slogan like think different, but you probably will put other slogans that reflect your thinking style, the personal value system of magician. So change this advertisement. What you will going to give it. Make a sentence or a slogan that reflects the archetype of rejection. So please do it. Just a sentence reflect the archetype of rejection. A sentence, maybe a magician will say, we can invite our magician to answer this question. So let's have a few minutes break. And probably we can have 5 minutes break and let everybody to drink some water and take some snack or eat something. Then come back after 5 minutes. So see you later. See you soon. Please make a sentence or a slogan that reflects the archetype of rejection. See you soon.